I'm still 3 episodes behind on editing. I really should get to work before they fire me. This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Space is the final frontier. Then this is just the pit stop at the rest area that is near.
It's a Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. 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 In your ear.
In your ear.
Pod. Poddamn it. Poddamn it. Poddamn Idiots Podcast.
Poddamn Idiots.
Poddamn it.
From the Henplex Studios in Battle Creek, Michigan, the Red Room in Spade Land, and the Scorpion Room in San Marcos, Texas, this is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. All right. Well, everyone, welcome to the show. So this is our second show of the year, our season 2, as we may be calling it. And 3 of us have made it. So let's see here. We have on my left, I don't know where he actually is in the video, but on my screen, it's the great Ric Spade.
Yo.
What side of the screen are you on your screen?
You're on the bottom, I'm on the top right, and Texas on the top left.
Oh, see, I just have 3 going across. Then on my right, he's the man in the Scorpion Room. They call him Texas, but what I'm reading on his display is Hairy Anus.
I didn't even realize someone would change that. That's funny. Good job, Rick. I didn't even realize that. Good job, Rick.
I did it while you were taking a leak.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, watch this.
I'm just reading the script. I'll Jay Hizzle will read whatever you put on there, guys. And I am Jay Hizzle. So, guys, how's your week going? You're both recovering COVID-holics.
Yeah.
They both got the vid. They both alive.
Rick gave me the cyber vid somehow. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, this is the Omicron variant. It's a transformer, basically. Decepticons, Omicrons.
I guess that's better than getting a virtual STD. So, I mean, we got that going for us.
It is a little crazy. Rick, how are you feeling?
I'm doing a lot better now. I mean, I'm still got a little bit of a sore throat, but I was healing nicely. But the first 2 days, man, that really laid me out. I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't even play video games. Like, that's how worn out I was. And I had such shortness of breath that it was hard for me to go from the other couch that's to my left to the front door to throw trash out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad, but luckily about Thursday, Friday, I started feeling a little bit better and took a test. They were like, yeah, you're negative. I'm like, all right. Went to work. I showed them my negative test. They're like, when do you want to come back? I said, I guess I'll come back Sunday because that's when I was scheduled. So
nice. I'm glad you're back at work. I'm glad you're feeling better so you can move from the couch to the other couch without being short of breath.
Yep. And then what else happened today? Oh, and then to top things off, I had my first Facebook violation, but we'll let that go on, bite me.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing what this is.
Yeah.
I don't even understand all the Facebook. I don't even know what all the rules are on Facebook anymore, so I don't post a ton on there.
Well, you figure I've been on there for 11 years now, and this is the first time that I've had an issue where they violated some kind of bullshit.
All I know is once they start banning pictures of hockey games, I'm done. That's for sure.
Don't give Zuckerberg any ideas.
People find hockey games offensive.
Well, if anything, it'll be pictures of you without a mask on. That'll be the offensive thing.
Well,
You're somewhere without a mask on? How dare you?
how dare you? So, Texas,
Yes.
how are you feeling? What was your COVID experience like? It was a little different than Ric Spade.
It was a lot different than Mr. Spade there. The last time we recorded, which was last Friday, I believe it was when I was starting to feel my symptoms. Basically just had sore throat, congestion, just minor flu-like symptoms, runny nose. Went to work Friday like that because I thought, well, it's probably just the cold because the weather was hot, cold, and I figured I was just getting sick from that. Then Sunday, I started developing a small, minor fever, 99.8, nothing too crazy. Contacted my safety guy from work to see what he wanted me to do. He's like, yeah, you need to stay home if you have a fever. Is there anywhere you could go to get tested just to be safe? Sadly, everywhere where I live, within a 30-mile radius, there was no testing available for COVID until Saturday of the next week.
Wow.
But I was able to find a place in San Antonio for Monday. So I went and got tested, waited until Wednesday to get my results, and sure enough, I was positive for COVID. It didn't do anything to me like it did Rick. I just had minor flu-like symptoms, and they were pretty much gone by Wednesday. Had the sore throat until maybe Thursday, but work was like, well, since you tested positive, you got to be out 5 days. So I was off all last week. And then Wednesday, my daughter wasn't feeling well, so she got tested, and sure enough, she tested positive for COVID. Right now, she's going through the worst part of it where she's feeling sick, but I mean, she doesn't have a fever. She has a sore throat, congestion, nothing too bad. Just kind of like what I went through. And so I go back to work tomorrow.
Congratulations. Getting back to the workforce. And now you know you're immune for a while, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we'll see, because I think my aunt might have it now, so we'll see what happens. If I come down with COVID again in another week, I'm going to be pissed.
I don't think that's possible, but I don't know for sure. Nobody knows. These Omicron transformers, there's something else. Oh, yeah, there you go. Put the mask on just to be safe. For those listening, Texas just put on his mask.
Yes, it's a black N95 mask. It's the only one that actually prevents the Omicron variant from getting through.
Oh, nice. Look at you, all prepared. I have an N95 somewhere, but I don't know if I know where it's at right now.
You know, when he put that on, I was expecting him to sound like Kenny from South Park.
But yeah, so I've kind of been on house arrest since last Saturday. And then finally this week, I was able to leave the house and just go for a ride in the car. I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're on house arrest release now.
Yep, I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Hopefully you don't have one of those ankle things on when you leave.
No ankle things, but hopefully when I go back to work tomorrow, everything's still in one piece.
Nice. Well, I've been lucky enough, to the best of my knowledge, to not have gotten sick. So, I mean, I always have a little bit of a congestion and runny nose this time of year, but I mean, I guess it's always possible I've had it and didn't know it, but then that would mean that my girlfriend would have had it and didn't know it either. So who knows? But I've just been washing my hands. If I'm around a ton of people, I'll wear a mask and hope that maybe it helps. But this past week, I went to a couple hockey games, the K-Wings, so that was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with some friends this weekend. I had a epic Pokemon battle. So
did you ever end up going to that Rainbow Ice game?
No, but it looked interesting. They didn't color all the ice rainbow, only between blue lines.
But it looked pretty cool. I saw
did.
the pictures, so
I think it would have been fun to go to. They did lose, unfortunately, but I was lucky enough. The games that I saw the K-Wings play, they won both. And one of my old gym trainers who used to manage a gym, he was honored as the hero of the game because he was in the military for 16 years. And he did a ton in the military, even got a Purple Heart. So it was really cool to see him honored, and it was a really big crowd. So he got a lot of applause. And he runs his own gym now. And this was pretty brilliant. He had a sweater on that had the name of his gym there. So on the big screen, almost 5,000 people saw it. So he got some free advertising. And I think that was brilliant on his part.
It's the way to do it.
I know, it was pretty cool. But yeah, and it's been cold here, obviously. A lot colder than in Texas. But it was a good weekend, and it really flew by too fast. And now we're back to the week. So those are probably the highlights. Otherwise, work's been really busy and just been busy. The time's flying by. So with that, I think it's time that we move to our newer segment where we take a look at some different topics. So who would like to start us off?
I guess I will.
Is there silence? Nobody wants to start us off.
Nobody wants to go first.
All right. I keep looking at the screen on Zoom, and I almost said, "All right, Harry Anus, it's your turn." All right, Texas, go for it.
Okay. So, as we record this, well, first off, since the last time I recorded, we again lost another gosh darn comedian legend in Bob Saget.
That was sad.
First we lose our grandmother, now we lose our father. Damn it.
A lot younger than Betty White. He unfortunately passed away, but he, yeah.
Age 65, right?
Something like that, I believe so.
65 or 63.
2021 kicked us in the balls on the way out, and 2022 kicked us in the balls on the way in.
Yeah, that's rough. And it's a little scary because wasn't it that crazy 2020 year that they started out with a celebrity dying?
Something like that, yeah. Anyways, as we record this is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And as I see the tributes and stuff for Martin Luther King, it reminds me of something that Joe Biden once said.
Really?
That Martin Luther King's assassination did not have the same effect as George Floyd's murder.
Interesting.
Yep. Joe Biden once said that the assassination of Martin Luther King did not have the same effect of a worldwide thing as George Floyd's murder did. He basically compared a reverend who was the leader of the Civil Rights March to somebody who once held a gun to a pregnant lady.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, unless he's talking literally, like when he died, the people actually did positive things versus burn cities down.
He just said that the assassination of Martin Luther King did not have the same effect worldwide as the murder of George Floyd. That's the person that supposedly got 81 million votes.
I will say that Martin Luther King Jr.'s messages will live on, and he will live on in history a lot longer than George Floyd. I don't really know if George Floyd has a message.
I don't know. He's got monuments out there and stuff like that now.
I thought some of those got torn down, though.
No,
or
not the
painting or something. I don't know.
Some have been vandalized.
Oh, wait. Didn't one actually get struck by lightning?
Yes. Yes,
I mean,
it did.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to defend Joe Biden, but I don't feel like today's youth understands Martin Luther King like we did when we were younger. And even to a degree, I don't think we really understood what it was until we were much older, when we finally were able to grasp that kind of stuff. So I feel like he's trying to say that the younger generation is going to feel that George Floyd's murder was more important than Martin Luther King's assassination.
Oh, okay, because they didn't live through Martin Luther King Jr. and in the world they've been in, there's more equality. Although some people would argue there's not, but there definitely is more now than there was when Martin Luther King Jr. was alive.
It just that came up in one of my TikTok things. I thought that was just an asinine comment made by an asinine president.
But I do agree, though, that Martin Luther King's assassination and the whole racism and equality he was trying to get for African Americans, you know, had that effect.
Okay, that's all I got for my time. If anyone else wants to go,
So, Texas, you're saying that you're not a Joe Biden fan?
I'll give you a list of things I trust more than Joe Biden.
You got about a minute.
A cocktail from Bill Cosby, being left in the room with Dr. Kevorkian. I'll just leave it there.
Okay, so there's a couple things.
I'd keep going, but I don't feel like taking up the whole minute just listing things I trust more than Joe Biden.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
Drinking tap water from Mexico.
Oh, that'll give you a stomach ache.
Going to China and screaming that the leader sucks. I trust that more than Joe Biden.
Ooh, that could be a bad idea as well.
Smacking
right.
Kim Jong-un. I trust that more than Joe Biden.
Maybe Texas shouldn't be traveling to other countries. It sounds like he's going to get himself into trouble.
I was saying things I trust more than Joe Biden.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't mean you're going to do all those crazy things.
No.
All right, that's good. Although I don't even know, can we even travel to other countries right now? I think maybe we can.
I believe so. As long as you have a negative COVID test within like 72 hours of flying. Well, and you probably have to have your COVID passport.
All right. Well, that was very interesting 5 minutes. You made a very good point. Very interesting point that I would have never even known that was said. All right. Rick, what do you got for us?
Okay. Let me ask you guys a question. And it's a very important one. If you were to get intimate with a woman, whether it's your significant other or maybe it was just a hookup at a bar or a concert or something, what would be the most helpful method to make sure that you don't have children with that person?
The most helpful method? Well, I mean, obviously, if you use like a condom or something, that's usually helps most of the time.
Right.
If one of you was surgically like couldn't have kids, then that would like 100% do it, obviously.
The musical artist known as Drake, apparently to make sure that his hookups do not get his semen, puts hot sauce in his condoms after sex and throws them in the trash. And apparently one of his hookups tried to artificially inseminate herself with the condom and found out that there was hot sauce in there and she burned her vagina and now she is suing Drake.
No way. You're kidding, right?
Nope. This is a real thing. You can look that up on the internet.
It is true. I saw it.
That is amazing.
First of all,
what's happening? What's happening in this world?
First of all, why wouldn't you get like spermicidal condoms? Because that's going to kill them right there. You wouldn't have to go to the fucking extreme that, you know, one of those 9,000 little fucking buggers come out of that condom without the spermicidal lubricant into her vagina and decided, hey, you have a kid now. You know what I'm saying? But nope, had to put hot sauce in it to make sure people don't get pregnant by him.
I mean, I don't think she should be. I hope she doesn't win that lawsuit. She shouldn't be winning that lawsuit or something's wrong.
You know, my feeling was it was a criminal misconduct because she was technically stealing from him.
She was literally trying to impregnate herself so then she could have his kid and get child support.
But we've already seen this before. There was this happened last year. There was a millionaire who left one of his, my daughter's staring at me, so I'm going to try to keep this PG, left one of his filled Jimmy hats laying around, and a maid took it and got herself pregnant and Now the millionaire is supposed to pay her child support when he never even did anything with the maid. She stole it.
See, I think that should be a crime.
So Rick told me about this on Friday when we were supposed to podcast. So last year, Drake made where is it? Basically, Drake's annual income last year for per month was about 833. No, sorry, I can't speak. His total last year was 4,166,000 per month. If you divide that by how much child support is, which is normally 20%, he would have to pay her $833,000 a month. So basically, if he settles out of court for maybe $1 million, $1.5 million, he would save himself a lot of money. Even though he shouldn't have to, but the judicial system is messed up in all kinds of ways.
How much money could she possibly have, though? I think you should try to make her spend all her money on court if she wants to go that far, because that's wrong what she did. She deserved everything she got.
But all those money-hungry lawyers out there be like, oh, Drake's worth this much. Let's go. Let's try to get it. I won't charge you unless we get paid.
It's true.
I mean, it's weird what Drake does, but whatever. I mean, he's trying to keep himself from being a victim. And now this lady tried to make him a victim, and she paid for it. I think there should be some kind of law where you can just say someone's dumb, and then the charges, it gets dropped. The judge should be able to say, all right, this is stupid. You're an idiot. We're dropping this.
I'm sure there's
maybe
one
a jury
state that does it.
Maybe there's a jury that gets to decide it because we want to be judged by a jury. So the jury can get together, and then they're like, all right, we decided that this isn't worth anyone's time. It's dropped.
Speaking of juries, did you know in Italy, the judge is actually one of the jury members?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I found this out, and I was watching a true crime thing, and there was a girl that was living in Italy, and she had an English roommate and a couple of Italian roommates, and I guess the one got murdered, and they thought she did it. So, and it took her like 6 years to finally get the decision reversed so she could go back to America. So
very interesting. That was a very interesting topic. I can't believe that's people are doing what people are doing. What is wrong with the world?
Oh, believe me, I wish I could have kept going because I had a vivid imagination thing, if you will.
You had a vivid imagination?
Oh, okay. Do you remember when we took sex ed?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't because he passed out.
I remember half of it.
Okay, so before we took sex ed, I remember hearing somebody talking about a girl having crabs.
Oh, and you thought like Red Lobster, but it wasn't.
Well, I was trying to figure out like what the crabs would look like, and for whatever reason, when I was thinking about it this week, because my daughter told me she had to take sex ed, all I could think of was like a hermit crab just like nestling up in the vagina like a shell and just trying to.
That sounds about right.
Stay away from me. No vagina for you. Okay. I'm sorry. I rambled on. Go ahead, Jay.
That's kind of interesting. So yeah, my topic's not near as crazy as that one. But have any of you seen the movie Ready Player One?
Yes.
Yep.
So you remember Ready Player One, where I guess this would solve some of the issues because pretty much everyone in that movie is spending most of their lives in virtual reality, where you put on the virtual reality glasses and then you can get these suits and these gloves that you can actually feel things that are happening.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. So now you guys have heard of the metaverse?
Yep.
So metaverse is technically it's a term for virtual reality world, but Facebook, they decided, you know what, we're going to turn our company into Meta. So Facebook is now technically Meta. That's what the company name is. And Facebook is just a branch of Meta because Zuckerberg's working on making his own virtual world for everyone to be in, kind of like Ready Player One. And then
until he starts banning him for content violations or something.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. Then you have Microsoft wants to come out with one. Then you have all these other metaverses being created by all these other companies. Like right now, they're pretty basic ones, but people are paying, no joke, millions of dollars to buy blocks of land in the metaverse. Could you imagine paying $1 million or more to buy land that's not real?
No, I can pay $70 for a plot of land in Scotland and become a lord.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of cool. What's the drawback, I wonder?
$50.
I mean, like, do you have to pay taxes on that land or something bad?
It's a little like 10 by 10 square land. It's nothing big.
Oh, okay. So it's just for the fun to say you're a lord.
Yep.
All right. I might have to do that someday and then go visit my land. But
my Royal Nigerian pen pal sold me a bridge.
Oh, interesting. Hey, I mean, at least it's real. So I'm fascinated by this whole metaverse thing. But right now, part of the problem is what metaverse is going to blow up and become the main metaverse, because there is a lot of, I like finance. There's a lot of money making opportunities that are going to come with the metaverse. So each metaverse already has like its own cryptocurrency. So, which like the Sandbox, one of them's called. That one's growing pretty good actually. But I'm just very fascinated by this whole metaverse phenomenon. And I was listening to someone on a podcast, and they're thinking maybe in 10 to 20 years, we'll be at the point where they were at in Ready Player One, where you legit have like a metaverse where people go and they make friends across the world in the metaverse, and they can feel things and have inappropriate encounters in the in the metaverse. To which I guess that would solve the issue. You're not going to be able to impregnate someone in the metaverse. In theory,
my only problem with that is if you're spending all your time in the metaverse, that's going to cause a lot of health issues for you. So you're not going to last long.
See, that's why I was thinking. I was wondering, what is this going to lead to? I mean, if everyone's in the metaverse, are they all going to just get unhealthy? But then someone said, well, you can exercise in the metaverse because they'll probably have like some kind of treadmill thing where you can be running in the metaverse, and maybe virtual gyms, but you actually lifting real weights. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we're going to need real people doing things in the real world, but they're already hiring like virtual people to run casinos. So people in other countries are getting paid to run a virtual casino.
Okay, and my other question with this would be, oh my God, don't tell me I just lost it.
Oh no, you just lost it.
Shit. I don't know. Keep talking. It'll come back to me.
You think? So, Texas, what do you think of the metaverse? Would you be a part of it someday?
I do like the Ready Player One movie. I think that'd be a lot of fun, but I could see people just getting absolutely lost there, spending their whole lives there. And I prefer the real world because eventually one of these days I want to find a real girlfriend.
Yes.
Not some virtual girlfriend.
Okay, you made me remember what I was going to say.
Cool.
When you're in the metaverse, is it like a dream where you think like 12 hours has went by and it's like 5 minutes, or is it going to be real time?
It'll be real time for sure.
You're going to feel like you've been in there 5 minutes. You're going to look at the clock and it's going to be like 9 hours later. Like,
I know. I'm just to finish that up. I'm just very curious. For me, I would be interested in investing in the metaverse and seeing what financial opportunities there are, but I definitely won't be spending a ton of time in there because it's just not real, and I want to stay in real life. Plus, virtual reality sometimes makes me feel a little weird motion-wise, so I don't know if some people might get motion sickness in the metaverse.
Well, the real world's the only place where you can get a decent hamburger.
That's true.
The only other thing that I can think of, though, unless they make it extremely difficult to do, is you could actually achieve most of your dreams in the metaverse. So, like, for example, I blew my knee out when I was trying to do pro wrestling.
Rick would be a professional wrestler in the metaverse.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing could be cool.
So when you think of things like that, that'd be cool. You could, be a race car driver or a musician or.
So pretty much if utilized properly and limited, not being there all the time, it could be a great thing. But if you're obsessed with it, it could be a really bad thing. Just like, I guess, social media and stuff right now.
Here's the other thing. There's going to be hackers that are going to end up ruining the whole thing.
And if it's not hackers, you're gonna have nerds that are gonna be like, "Hey, what would happen if we put Godzilla in the metaverse?"
Going back to what I said in the beginning, if you end up going to like metaverse jail, like they ban you for like 3 days, you got to put your goggles on. You're sitting behind bars.
Yeah, that
You
was
just
awesome.
Got a harmonica. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Huh. This is gonna be like that's an interesting point. People policing the metaverse, and it'll be interesting. I'm excited. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how all the technology grows and what opportunities there are, like investment wise. But we shall see. All right. Well, those are our topics, and I think it's time we move on to the game of the week. Game of the week. Take it away, Ric Spade.
Well, as you can tell on the video, I'm wearing my glasses. And for those of you who are listening, I'm wearing my glasses. So that must mean
have to read.
Yeah, which means we're going to do a little Would You Rather Filthy Edition.
Oh, yay. I can do one filthy thing or another.
So how it's going to work is we're going to go around and I'm going to ask you guys top or bottom. And whatever one you decide, that's the one I'm going to read your choice for. So when it comes up to me, I want one of you to tell me top or bottom so I can pick mine. So we will start off with Harry Anus. Texas, top or bottom?
Top.
Here is your choices. Would you rather have your voice sound like you're on helium or have your sneezes be so loud they echo?
Oh, my sneezes are yeah, my sneezes are already so loud that they echo. So I will go with the first one. I'll sound like I already sound like I'm on helium. I don't know.
Well, which one sounds worse? Would you rather go up to a girl and sneeze and have it echo, or would you rather go up to a girl and sound like you're on helium?
Well, I'll go with helium.
Say he rambled on and then didn't answer the question.
He was like, "Yeah, my sneeze already echo."
Because I already do
on
both of
helium.
them. I mean, I already do both of them, so it's like
It's good. Jay Hizzle, top or bottom?
Let's just do the top because when I have bunk beds, I'm usually on the top bunk.
I was waiting for you to say something else. Okay, Jay Hizzle, would you rather have your sex life be like Subway sandwiches and eat fresh, or B, have your sex life be like Maxwell House, good to the last drop?
Oh wow! I'm not really a coffee drinker. I actually had Subway tonight. The actual sandwich. It was good. I had a 12-inch ham with provolone cheese and tomato but I'm getting off topic. Anyway, I'm gonna say you want to get the best you can out of everything. So, like Maxwell House, good to the last drop.
Rick, you're bottom.
Okie dokie. All right. Would I rather find our new house has a well-used sex dungeon, or B, find out by blacklight that your used car has stains on every surface?
That seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, because I'd feel a little creeped out if there were stains on every surface of my car. But the sex dungeon, you can just replace stuff and you still have a sex dungeon.
Yeah, you can repurpose it. You can make an actual dungeon.
Oh, no, I'd make it a sex dungeon. I'd just get all new stuff inside there. You've already
There
got
you
the
go.
setup for me. So, yeah. Texas, top or bottom?
I don't remember what I did last time, so I guess I'll go bottom.
You did top. Bottom it is. Texas, would you rather realize your dream of being a professional athlete when you win a shuffleboard tournament at age 90, or realize your dream of being voted sexiest person alive at the retirement home?
Wow, either one of them. I'm old and at the retirement home, apparently.
Hey, that means you live a long time, so that's cool.
That is true.
Are you going to be a professional shuffleboard player, or are you going to be
At the
sexy?
age of 90, I might be the only guy left at the nursing home, so I'd probably be the sexiest man by default. So I guess I'll go with the shuffleboard champion.
90-year-old shuffleboard champion?
I did it! I did it! I broke my hip.
Adrian, I did it. What? Jay Hizzle, top or bottom?
I think I'll stick on top because, again, when it comes to bunk beds, have I even slept on the bottom bunk? Even in 6th grade camp, I had the top.
Still not where I thought you were going to go with it. But anyways, Jay Hizzle, would you rather have a fast pass that lets you cut any line anywhere, or have the ability to always get the close parking spot?
Oh my gosh, those are great. Wow, this is like one that's actually really cool. Nice things. So I don't mind parking towards, because the thing about the front spot probably means that you'll have people by you, so there could be scratches and door dings. I would love a fast pass where I can cut any line. I hate waiting in lines. Cedar Point, Disney, you could do that, but even grocery stores and everything, just be like, hey, I know you've been waiting, but see this card? This says I can cut anyone I want card legally.
Jay Hizzle goes to the bathroom at a Red Wing game. There's like 90 guys in line. Fast pass. I get to go first.
The fast pass was nice at Cedar Point, by the way.
Yeah, I think I might do that next time.
Me and Elena did 3 rides while you were still waiting to do the one.
Well, then the dragster broke down, and we were like next, so we weren't stopping. We're like, we're just gonna wait here all day if we have to.
I heard they may be getting rid of the dragster
because of that accident.
Yeah, I don't know for sure if they will or not, but
what accident?
Bolt came loose and hit some lady
in the head.
I think she did.
Okay, moving on.
Am I going top or bottom?
You're gonna take the bottom again.
Okay. Would I rather have a camera video me 24/7 for an entire year, or B, have to talk with a bad English accent like Madonna's for an entire year? Well, here's the hard part. There would be a lot of sexual stuff in that 24/7, whether it be with a woman or myself. So that'd be kind of awkward. But then people would actually realize some of the shit that I say is actually true. However, I think it'd be funny if I had a British accent. Tip tip chitio. Top of the morning to you. They said bad British accent, okay?
That's a very bad British accent.
Pip pip chitio. We're going to go with the British accent. Glorious. Texas, top or bottom?
Also, Cedar Point is going to raise their daily rates by $10, and the top thrill dragster is in limbo. What's going to happen to it? It depends on the investigation that the state of Ohio does. Continue.
All right. Would you rather eat a 5-course meal where the entree has a faint whiff of taint, or go down on someone whose genitals changes flavors randomly each time?
Why do I keep getting the shit ones tonight?
I don't know. You picked it. I answered. Okay.
Jay gets fast passed or front parking. I get smelly taint food or multi-changing taste vagina.
That's why I'm just staying on top.
Okay, it says it just smells like it. It doesn't taste like it, so I'm gonna go with the 5-course meal.
Honestly, I would have went with the flavored vagina, unless it's like a bad flavor.
No, because every now and then you'll probably get a bad flavor, like ooh tuna, ooh peppermint, ooh spinach.
Yeah. I mean, I've eaten ass before, so it is what it is. Jay Hizzle, top or bottom?
I'm still on top.
Okie dokie. Would you rather have sex with someone with a beard of bees, or have sex with someone with a merkin of ants?
If you do not know what a merkin is, that is like a fake pubic hair area, like a wig for your pubes.
Do I get to be in a bee suit?
I don't know. It didn't specify.
Here's the thing: if I'm not in a bee suit, then that means I'm probably gonna get stung, and that's not acceptable. So I would do the ants. But if I'm in a bee suit and protected, then I would do the bees.
Of course, you don't know
Okay.
if ants are red ants, but
Well, they're just regular.
We will say you are in a bee suit and you just have your woohoo cut out.
Okay.
You have a hole for your woohoo.
All right. In that case, we'll just do the bees. It'll be fine.
Because I just want that visual in my head. I don't know why.
I hope you don't want it in your head.
Well, not you. Just a picture of
okay.
a bee suit with the woohoo cut out.
Yeah. Okay. Is my dick in a suit?
I don't know if I could get off if the girl I was having sex with had a beard of bees. You wouldn't have to see the ants.
You feel them.
You'd
though.
feel the ants.
Possibly. All right, am I going top or bottom?
I'm gonna make you do the bottom again.
Okie dokie. Wow, this is a really stupid one. I'm going to read it, and then you tell me if you want me to pick a different one. Would I rather require motorcyclists to wear helmets, or B, screw helmets? Who needs them?
Nope, Andrew.
Okie dokie. I'm going to have to go with helmets. I know I have a lot of family members that ride motorcycles, but I've seen a lot of accidents of people that are families that had motorcyclists and they're dead now, and it just makes me sad.
No, yeah, you definitely gotta wear helmets.
Texas, top or bottom?
Top ones for me have sucked. So bottom.
Bottom. Would you rather have penis fingers or pee from your mouth?
That's a terrible one.
I've already had this one before. Can I have a different one?
You want
What'd you pick? Do you remember?
I picked penis fingers last time
Okay,
because I didn't want to pee out of my mouth.
that's fair.
Okay. Would you rather have sex with a magician who cuts their privates in half, or B, have sex with a magician who makes your privates disappear?
I'm trying to imagine how they would cut their privates in half.
Maybe they do it long ways like a hot dog?
Well, no, because it would look like this because I do women. So it would be a triangle. Would they cut one triangle off and it'd look like that? Would the hole still be there? Or are we just talking? Never mind. I don't want to get into this. I can do magical things with my tongue, so I guess I'll let them make my junk disappear during sex every now and then.
Hmm.
You hear his favorite, or he's a lick-a-tongue in the Pokemon world. Jay Hizzle, top or bottom?
I'll stick to the top.
Would you rather only communicate through interpretive dance, or B, only orgasm when kicked in the privates?
Is it still? It still hurts too. That'd be weird. I'll just some dancing.
That's the only form of communication you got. You can't speak. It's worse than sign language. And people just have to interpret what you're saying. I want an ice cream cone. Oh, he must want to go to the bathroom.
I mean, I guess you could always write or something.
No, you
it
can't
says-
communicate.
It says you can only
Only
communicate
with
through
interpretive
interpretive
dance.
dance.
No sign language, no writing, no talking.
Well, good thing this isn't gonna happen.
Okay, Texas. Am I going top or bottom?
You're gonna go top this time.
That's sad. I really like the bottom one. Would I rather sleep in a luxury hotel for the rest of my life, or B, had the best birthday party ever at the Playboy Mansion? Does the Playboy Mansion still have chicks since Hugh Hefner
Yeah.
died?
I would think so.
But man, those luxury hotels are nice because they got the spa and shit. You know, as fun as it would be with a bunch of chicks at the Playboy Mansion, you can pick up a lot of girls if you tell them that you have a luxury suite in a hotel. So I'm gonna go with
That's probably the
luxury
better
hotel.
choice. I agree.
Texas, top or bottom?
My guess or my picking has sucked tonight. So top.
Top it is. Would you rather only greet people by sniffing their butts or pee on something to make it yours?
Oh, I'll pee on something to make it mine.
That's fair.
My car, my
My
house.
house, my blonde girlfriend, my brunette girlfriend, my redhead girlfriend,
You'll end up in jail probably, but it's okay.
my police officer, my judge.
All right, Jay Hizzle, top or bottom? Are we sticking top?
I'm just gonna stick top the whole way.
All right. Would you rather have a lower back tramp stamp of Mike Tyson's face or tattoo your face to look like a cat?
I'll just have Mike Tyson on my back.
Tramp stamp of Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's good. I'd be like, don't mess with me. This is my spirit animal.
Yeah, and then he's in the boxing gym. I'm gonna punch your face off.
Don't mess with me. I got Mike Tyson on my back.
I think of The Hangover.
Oh, we got time for me to do one more. Am I doing top or bottom?
You're going back on the bottom.
On the bottom. Would I rather put on a ski mask and rob my grandmother or have a fake disability to get on rides faster at an amusement park?
An easy one.
Yeah, because my grandmother's dead and they didn't have shit anyway. So I'm going to go with amusement park.
No one wants to rob their grandma.
I mean, if my grandma was rich, I'd fucking knock that bitch over.
Why? She probably give you gifts and stuff anyway. That's what grandmas do.
No, because I know some of now. See, my mom as a grandmother, she does that kind of stuff. My dad's mom as a grandmother didn't do shit for me. Neither did my grandpa.
Oh, so you'd rob them in retaliation.
Yeah. Now I didn't know my other grandma, but my grandpa was pretty cool on my mom's side because he used to do flea markets and he would give me money to go buy stuff and he'd give me cool things that he had that didn't sell. And
I was lucky. Both my grandma, my mom's side, and Nana and Papa, my dad's side, were pretty awesome. Well, Papa's still around. He still is very awesome. He's like in his early 90s. It's crazy. Maybe he'll go for the record. But all right. I think it's time that we talk about our anger and get our anger out there so we feel better.
I'm angry. And it's time to tell somebody to bite me.
Bite me!
Bite me!
Bite me.
Bite me! Bite me! Bite me!
And now it's time for Bite Me! Featuring Ric Spade, Jay Hizzle, and the man in the Scorpion Room, Texas! Don't forget the ducks.
All right, Jay Hizzle. I always start with you because I like to hear your first world issues. So go ahead and give them to us.
Yeah, here comes a good one. This first world issue I'm having an issue with is people not working and places being closed when I want to go to them. This is a major first world issue. For example, Sunday after church, Eric and I were going to go up to see some friends, and we were going to pick up pizza from Little Caesars because my friend's kids wanted Little Caesars, and we were going to get 2 pizzas and 3 things of crazy bread. It was all ready to go. I looked down the app. It's like, all right, they're open from like 12 to 8 or something like that. All ready to go. And then after church, I go to order the pizza so we can go pick it up. It's right on the way. And guess what? On a Sunday, which you would think would be a really popular pizza eating day because people are home all day and there's football on, Little Caesars is closed. Not in one location, but both locations in the good old Battle Creek, Michigan. No pizza, Little Caesars on a Sunday. Really? And that just I found that really disturbing and upsetting. Now, thankfully, the other pizza places were open. But I'm thinking, are we Little Caesars in such need of people and in such bad shape in Battle Creek they can't be open during the weekends? And then I'm thinking, where are all these people that used to be working all these jobs? You know, college kids, high school kids, making some extra money, that kind of thing. Like, what are they all doing? Are they just staying at home now? Or because there's no more stimulus coming? But I don't know. Anyway, so, you know, the Battle Creek Little Caesars that can't properly staff themselves, you can bite me. Or maybe it's the workers that aren't willing to work. They can bite me. Someone can bite me because I don't have pizza to bite. So,
You know, it's so hard telling at this point which one it is.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with something kind of similar to what Jay Hizzle had.
was yours like a Pizza Hut?
No, mine's just a little different.
Burger King? Okay.
Mine is to the media who keeps spreading the fear of COVID and this new Omicron variant, which is making places shut down and people stop working again. I had it, and it was not that bad. Now, granted, yes, I am fully vaccinated. I do not have the booster. I do not plan on getting the booster. Yes, I am 35. Yes, I am healthy, but that was nothing. I had minor flu-like symptoms, and the media's like, oh, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. Shut down. Wear your masks. Don't go outside. They're all the media is doing is spreading the fear of something that's going to end up being like the flu. Everyone's going to get it. And we're going to get it every single year, like the flu, because it's not going to go away. You can get 97 boosters if you want. It doesn't mean it's going to stop. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm sick and tired of the CDC changing their rules every 5 minutes. When it first started, it was if you came in contact with someone, you have to quarantine for 14 days. And then in 2021, it was if you come in contact, 10 days. Now, if you get it in 2022, 5 days. 5 days is your quarantine if you get COVID. Went from 14 to 5. Next year, within the next few months, it's going to be, you only need 3 days.
The good news, it'll be gone soon then.
Because it's getting ridiculous. It's just going to become the flu. We don't take this kind of precautions for the flu, and people die from the flu every year.
I was talking to someone that is working at the hospitals and stuff, and although it's really bad right now, the bigger issue is just the people that do get sick, being hospitalized and running out of space. He thinks that we're going to peak in January, and by the summer, there's going to be so little of it that it'll be like normal.
I'm just tired of the media stirring up the fear of something that, in my opinion, wasn't that bad.
Yep. I guess from their point, they're like, fear, it brings in the ratings, baby.
So the media, you know what? I'll throw in the CDC. I'll throw in Fauci. I'll throw in the whole Biden administration can bite me over their handling of COVID-19.
It was handled poorly, though. I will say that.
Mr. Ric.
Yes.
I've been waiting to hear about this one since you first said something about it. So
Me too.
go ahead.
I'm working on it. Give me 1 second. I had to pull it up on TikTok.
Oh, this is a TikTok.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
In that case, I know there's some people that are really angry over the Cowboys the other night.
I love it. I love watching the Cowboys lose. It is my favorite thing. It brings me so much joy.
Did you see the end of the game by any chance?
I watched the whole game.
Where they completely botched it?
The end of the game was my favorite part. Let's do a quarterback draw with 14 seconds and no timeouts, and then try to hike it before the umpire gets to touch the football where he has to set it.
I'm like, what are they doing? The center's going to try to hike the ball himself? Can he do that? The answer is no, he can't. I don't know what was going through Prescott's mind there. I understand doing the draw to get a few quick yards and you slide and then you can spike the ball and do your Hail Mary, but he just took too long.
I remember a couple of playoffs ago where instead of, hitting the time or spiking the ball and doing a timeout or whatever, they went for it and then it was already fourth down, so they fucked themselves.
I've seen that. Maybe it's because we're watching on TV and we aren't under stress and we have a clear mind, but the time management of not just college, but these NFL teams and players that are professionals and really good at what they do is really terrible. And I don't know if it's just pressure gets to them and they just forget what they're doing or what, but
I love watching the Cowboys lose. It is my favorite thing because the people down here are so annoying.
I'm sure they're pretty mad too. After a great season to be out the first game to San Francisco. Not that San Francisco is bad, but
there was one time I went to Buffalo Wild Wings with my kids to kind of watch the football playoffs, and after every 3-yard run or every time the other team got a first down and then they stopped them, all the Cowboy fans, yeah. It's like it was a 3-yard run. Sit down, you jackass. It's 2nd and 15.
If you're a Lions fan and you're doing that for a 3-yard run, that's because it's a big deal.
Do you remember when we went to that sports bar on the way to Pittsburgh and they were like that?
Yes. Yep. What was that? Was that March Madness?
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for my bite me now?
Yes,
all right. I'm ready.
Okay. So I had posted something on December 30th of last year, 2021. A couple of days ago, I received that I have done a violation of Facebook guidelines. And apparently, my guideline was for sexual stuff and nudity. Now, if you look at the picture that they had put on there instead of the whole video that was on my Facebook, yes, it looks like something completely different. However, if you watch the full video,
is it the one of the person rubbing their eye rubbing the person's eye like this?
Nope. You're close. No. Nope, you're close though. But if you watch the whole video, that's not what it is. I even tried to fight it and they didn't even take 30 minutes. They're like, nope, it was against guidelines. No, it was not. And I'm going to play this video right now for you guys.
It's crazy that they're looking at posts from last year.
Well, 2021, whatever. Now, this is the picture that they showed me.
Oh, okay.
Related to Facebook guidelines, okay? Now, I want you to look. This was if you actually watch the video, you'll understand why it did not violate. Thank you.
You're my honey bun sugar plum, pumpy.
Yeah, I didn't know it looked like that either.
It's a fucking bird.
It's a chicken.
It's not a damn testicle. It's not a hairy nutsack. Facebook, it's a fucking bird. Bird. B-I-R-D, bird. Fuck.
So for those listening, there was a baby bird, and it kind of looked close up like a testicle.
So seriously, for those of you listening, watch this when I finally put it on YouTube 6 months from now when I remember to edit the shit. But in the meantime, Facebook, you can bite me.
Wow. Was that even posted on your wall or just in your story?
I don't know. I don't remember. I swear I put it on my story, but either way, it said it violated guidelines, which doesn't make sense. So they had to go into my archive to find that picture. Seriously, though, that's all they showed was a picture. It was a full video. It was this video right here.
I wonder, is there a copy of their guidelines that say you can't post bird pictures?
They said it was sexual. Apparently, a bird is sexual.
Well, it was a picture of a pecker.
Well, here's your random
that
fact.
puts Sesame Street on there, big birds there. They're like, oh no. This is going to turn on way too many people.
It was a bird. At least I'm going to give you a random fact from Just Endangered Nunley today.
Yeah, I didn't know it looked like that either. Listen, did you know that leftover turkey in the refrigerator is only good for 4 days? Now you do.
You're my honey.
It's a bird.
Wow. Huh. Oh, well. People are very insensitive to even birds, I guess, these days. So just remind you, if they put things on Facebook, be careful. Could be an animal that's against guidelines, or I don't know if Facebook knows what the guidelines are anymore.
Bird. 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 It was a bird. Bird. Bird.
All right. Well, now I think we all feel better. We got our anger out. So now let's cheers to that. Drink with the idiots.
Now, I know Texas is waiting to hear what I have to say because he thought I didn't have one for today. I don't have a video, but I'm going to teach you how to make the Louisiana swamp frog.
Oh, okay.
Now, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to end up using a lot of alcohol for this one. So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get yourself a gallon jug, like a milk jug, water jug, whatever. You're going to pour in an entire 750 milliliter bottle of Everclear. Whatever proof you feel like. They got 70, 85, 90, whatever. Throw that whole thing in there. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to get yourself a little... hang on. I can't read my notes.
Get the magnifying glass.
It's probably in your bedroom next to your nightstand where the woman had to use it the last time.
Oh,
So wrong. So wrong.
Zinga.
So wrong.
So we got a milk jug. We filled it with a whole bottle of alcohol.
Everclear.
Yeah.
Not the band, but the drink.
All right. So next you're going to take a whole bottle. Can you believe I'm saying whole bottle of everything? This is what makes it nuts, is it's a whole bottle to me. Will you stop honking that, huh?
There's a whole bottle. So a whole bottle of Everclear and then a whole bottle of what?
Are you done? Because I'd like to finish my thing now, bud.
I like him to finish too because I got work tomorrow. I got to go to bed.
Yeah. All right. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take 750 milliliters of vodka. Pour that whole sumbitch in there too. Fuck it. What do you care?
So a whole bottle of Everclear and a whole bottle of vodka. I'm already drunk just hearing that.
Oh, it gets worse. Now you can do one of two things. You can either cut up some limes slices and put it in the bottom, and then take some limeade, like the frozen limeade that you get in the freezer section of your store, or you can go to like a cheap dollar store, Dollar General, something like that. Get some lemon lime juice. Just make sure it's green. What are you gonna do? You're gonna pour about half of that in there, just so you're almost close to the top, but not quite. And then you're gonna pour in some green apple pucker, and you're gonna pour that whole sumbitch in there too. But you got one last ingredient. Top it off with a little bit of Mountain Dew, and then you shake that bitch up, and you'll be drunk for a month. The Louisiana Swamp
You just
Frog.
take shots of this, or you drink it as in a cup?
Whatever you feel like. I would recommend sipping on it just because, that's a lot of alcohol.
That is
a lot of alcohol, though. I mean, hell, I did that fucking Tijuana nights, and I was floored because there was, 40, 60, 60, 40, 10. So, yeah, if you want to check out more of these, you can go on youtube.com and check out Tipsy Bartender, where he will teach you how to make all these recipes, or stay tuned for next week's segment of Drinking with the Idiots.
And stay tipsy, my friends.
Speaking of drinking, sometimes I feel like I got to drink to get through this part. The Urban Dictionary is coming up.
It's the Urban Dictionary of the Week. Take it away, Texas.
You'll definitely need it after this week. Just a reminder that the Urban Dictionary definition of the week and the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week, eventually I will learn how to talk, are brought to you by Dirty Rib Job Grill Seasoning. You can get it in the original Dirty Rib Job, the spicy, the Dirty Sanchez, or the fish flavoring, the Dirty Trouser Trout. All available on Etsy.com. Go to the search bar, type in Dirty Rib Job, RIB, and find all your favorite spices. Soon they're gonna have habanero and ghost pepper. I believe they said seasoning. So stay tuned for the spicy ones. Give me a second. I should have been more prepared. I was talking and I didn't look them up.
By the way, his talking is just as bad as his texting.
Pretty much, yes. Jay Hizzle.
Yeah.
I don't think I used this one last week, so I think I deleted the ones from last week. Can you tell me what a chili dog is?
I mean, that can go one of a couple ways. So I guess when I think of a chili dog, the first thing that came to mind was like a big long hot dog, and this hot dog went into the bun, and it was a long bun to fit the long hot dog. And then you take some of the best chili out there and you pour the chili over the long hot dog on the long bun. And then you got yourself a chili dog. And then you eat it, obviously. And then the other thing I was thinking was like a dog outside on a cold winter night and it's all cold and it's sad. But then you put a sweater on it and it's warm. Chili dog.
Okay, you're completely wrong, and this is completely disgusting, and it pretty much can ruin chili dogs for anyone who hears this. When a man lays a sloppy shit on a woman's chest and then titty fucks her.
Wow, that was gross. And I'm glad. I mean, if I got that definition right, I'd be disappointed in myself. Just saying. Just saying.
Shocked and dismayed if you had gotten that one right.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I can't even go that gross. My imagination wouldn't even gone there.
I would like to apologize for that one. I didn't really pick anyone out for this week, so I was going into the archives of.
When you're in the metaverse, anything's possible. People will probably try this stuff.
It's the bonus urban dictionary definition of the week. Dear God. Take it away, Texas.
Can either of you two tell me what soaking means?
Oh, soaking. So that's like when you draw a bath and then you put like bubbles in it and maybe you put like different minerals in it. And then you go into the bath and you soak and like the minerals absorb into your skin and they have some really good health effects. I think that's kind of what soaking is, like in a soaking tub. I know athletes will soak for a little bit in like ice baths, which sounds really awful, but apparently it's good for you and like you burn more calories when you're in cold water because your body's trying to warm itself back up. But yeah, that's basically what soaking is. Someone else could also say like super soakers. You remember those back in the day? Maybe they're like, we're being soaked by the super soaker and it's like pump, pump, shh. But anyway.
Rick, would you like to give it a shot?
The after result of a bukkake.
Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Soaking. The art of having sex without thrusting. When a couple sticks it in and then leaves it there to soak. This has become a common phenomenon with certain groups of Christians, predominantly Mormons, who try to circumvent the law of chastity, which in fact does not work.
That was almost like something you could remember for like a weird trivia game. Soaking doesn't work in the sexual way, only when you're in bathtubs. Interesting. All right. Well, with that, that brings our show to a very awkward ending.
Yep, sure does.
But let's end with some closing words of wisdom. So since when we recorded this, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And let's be honest, he was a pioneer in the movement for equality and that everybody needs to be treated equally. I totally agree. I love what he stands for. And I like this. This is one of my favorite quotes. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So remember, no matter what's happening in the world, be a light for everyone that you're around. Remember to show love. That's all we can do to drive out the hate and darkness in this world. And I don't know which one of you is going to close out the show. So whoever isn't going to close out the show can give some words of wisdom. Oh, I think Ric Spade's going to close it out. So Texas, what do you got?
Number one, COVID ain't shit. Number two, just remember Joe Biden said that Martin Luther King's assassination was not as impactful as George Floyd's death. And he also called Abraham Lincoln the most racist president in modern history.
Wait, who said that?
Joe Biden said that Abraham Lincoln was the most racist president in modern history.
That must be one of his gaffes, because that makes zero sense to me.
I'll send it to you when I find it again.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to let Ric Spade take this one home.
All right. My only words of wisdom to you guys are, it's never too late to change your situation that you're in. If you're not happy with something, it's never too late to start over. So with that, thank you for joining us here at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. You can find us on your favorite device, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, Google Podcast, Amazon. We're on all of those things. And you can find our videos on the YouTube by searching the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. And
you might not find any new ones, but someday.
I'll work on it. Also, you can find the Facebook, which I think I stopped those at like episode 47. But so you can watch those episodes at least. Or you can just, see how we're doing on the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast Facebook page. We are also on the Twitter. You can find us at Poddamn Ric Spade, Poddamn Texas, or Poddamn Idiotz P1. Send us a message. Tell us what you think. And you can find our email at poddamnidiotspodcast@outlook.com.
Yep.
And with that being said, tell your friends, your family members, your enemies, your frenemies, your strippers, your policemen, your hospital workers, your ambulance drivers, and that person that's dropping off your DoorDash to check out the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Good night, everybody.
I'm Jay Hizzle from the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
And I'm Ric Spade.
And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to my right.
And maybe you want to see an older episode. See what we've been doing. I'm not sure why you'd start here, but maybe you haven't. Check out the video on the left. Check it out. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you.